Premiumbeat.com. Premiumbeat.com. Premiumbeat.com.
With the hesitation, feel your vibration, face the elevation, feel the levitation, feel the flow, feel the flow, feel the rhythm,
Premiumbeat.com.
feel the flow, feel the flow, feel the rhythm.
Premiumbeat.com. Premiumbeat.com. Premiumbeat.com.
Good evening, y'all. Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. I am now officially got to make sure I'm testing the sound. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. I'm okay with the sound. Okay, great, great. Hello, hello. How you doing? Okay. Anyway, you are on the right channel at the right time in the right place. This is the Queen of Radio. I am the original. I mean, the original, the authentic, and all of that of the above. I am in the, you know what, the MF building. For all of my naysayers, my player haters, and all of that, you know, above. Tonight, before I get started, all of the music that will be played is going to be the music of my own that we are in the process of getting publishing rights. The music, we're trying to start promoting the Sapphire Blue Notes, which is my band. We're going to be playing a lot more of promoting our own music on this station. Now, don't get me wrong, we're going to still be playing some of the old school players as we go along. But the average of the music that's going to be played on the Queen of Radio from this point on will be music that we are in the process of getting published for my own publishing rights. Okay. Now, this evening, what else do I need to talk about? You know how we do. Oh, first I got to welcome all of my newcomers because I got exactly 24 new subscribers. So I want to say welcome to all of my new subscribers, and I hope that you will be so kind enough to join us again. Please remember to click like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you will be notified as to when we do a live video. And I also want to welcome back all of my my old school players, my regular followers. We want to welcome them back because they're just as important as everybody else. So if you are coming in on the Twitter or any other the other social media, please join us in the chat room. For all the newcomers, I only go to the chat room at the end of my presentation. I never talk about who's in the chat room at the beginning. Sometimes we'll have a full house in the chat room, and sometimes we don't have nobody that shows up whatsoever because they like to be in the trenches as they are watching the program. So, which is also okay. What else do I have? Oh, I got so many different announcements. Oh, people are asking me why am I wearing the hat this evening, and that's another one of my strong points. I'm wearing the hat because I am helping to celebrate my dad's birthday. Even though he has passed on, I still celebrate as if he is here. So today is October the 2nd, and I have to give a big old shout out for my big, what I call Big Papa. He would have been 98 years old today if he had still been around with us. So a big shout out for my dad, the one that raised me. I have two fathers. I have a dad that could help conceive me, and I have a dad who actually raised me. So the dad that actually raised me would have been 98 years old. He served in World War II, and he is no other than the Willie E. Okay, so I got to say happy birthday to the ones that are here and the ones who are not here. And I'm pretty sure if somebody's out there that wants me to give them a shout out, please feel free. This is the only, well, I try to make it the only time that I wear my white hat. I wear my white hat on my shows. I wear it on my concerts. I wear it when I perform, and I also wear it on when we are celebrating a birthday. Also, I have also mentioned that this will be there will be no more contents of talking about Black Militia or Grandmaster Jay or anybody else on this channel. Starting, matter of fact, I want to make this a very short announcement. Starting next week, the Queen will be on for two separate channels. Yep. Starting next week, I will be on two separate channels. I will be still doing the Queen of Radio, which that will be the first hour up on Sundays. And then at 9 p.m., and that's 9 Central Standard Time, I will be on the Queen Bee's channel where we chop it up about, Black Panthers and militia. We will be promoting more of the gun clubs and all of that wonderful stuff. That will be their platform, that if you want to get out some information in reference to what's going on out there with the Black militia. Also, I'm going to, where's part of my announcements? We are still, from my understanding, I am still learning how to play bass. So I'm still in my class, and I have to take my hats off to all of my fellow bass players because that is a doozy to try to learn. Also, we are still promoting. You guys are welcome to join us on our cruise and our trips next year. We have a travel club for the VIPs. You're more than welcome to join us on for Bermuda, or you're more than welcome to join us with Las Vegas of next year. So get that out. What else of my announcements before I get it all into the groove? Oh, it is coming up for Grandmaster Jay for the rally. I think from what I understood, is for the rally for Grandmaster Jay as well as for Breonna Taylor. They're having that rally with a church, the Missionary Baptist Church, is what I've been told. King Solomon Baptist Missionary Baptist Church at 1620 Anderson Street, Louisville, Kentucky at 40210. I believe it's either from 1 or 2. I've seen two different dates. I mean, I've seen two different times for it. So I don't know if it starts at 1. I don't know if it starts at 2, but it's on that particular day for the rally of Grandmaster Jay as well as for Breonna Taylor. Also, you can find his gear and all of his promotional items at Justice for Grandmaster Jay. You're more than welcome to go over there and do some shopping and help support his cases or whatever it is that they have over there for him. And we're just going to continue to have him in our prayers for his final release. Also, you are more than welcome to join us in reference to promoting the $10 million fundraiser that we are currently doing for the Queen Bees. Anybody interested in that? You are more than welcome to get the address. Matter of fact, people tell me I don't give the address out enough. So it's on the Queen Bee Team 1000 on the YouTube channel under Queen LD 1000. Wait a minute, Queen LD 1000 at gmail.com. All right. So now let's get into the groove of talking. Now, see, y'all know how I am. Y'all know how I am. I'm going to give y'all my 2 cents on the subject matter. We're going to get ready to start talking about Umar Johnson. Before I I want to mention this. I tried to reach out to both Umar Johnson as well as Hope Giselle. I reached out to both of them and I told them, I let them know that I'm going to be talking about them pretty much. I told them, look, I shot them an email saying, yes, you guys are going to be the topic of my discussion in reference to a video that was done in reference to Umar Johnson. Now, I'm going to get started with him, and I probably won't be on that long this evening. I'm just going to get to the point of the heart of the matter, and then we're going to continue on. But Umar Johnson, for the ones who have never heard of him, he is supposed to be some type of scholar. I don't know if he's supposed to be a psychologist scholar or someone that just wants to play Mr. Dr. Feel Good or Dr. Love or whatever the case may have been. However, I have noticed that under Dr. Umar or Mr. Umar, because it's unclear as to what type of doctor he is. I have no relevancy as to what type of doctor he is. I can only tell you what type of doctor he poses himself to be. As far as I'm concerned, from some of the, and I have to see, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to be on both sides of this of this spectrum this evening. I like, don't get me wrong, I like Dr. Umar, but there's a side of him that I see that could be possibly what I like to say, at you bullshit. Oh, did I say that too loud? Um, there's a couple of things that I agree with him, and then there's some things that I disagree with him on. The first thing I saw with Dr. Umar was these two women. I saw a picture of him talking about, well, I got to have multiple wives. I got to have, I'm all that and 12 bags of chips. I don't understand how he feels that he can have multiple women when he only got one dick. Somebody needs to explain that to me. Yes, I said it. I'm breaking it down to the last common denominator because this is what this program is about. I told you I was going to give you my 2 cents on the matter. Now I am all for supporting my Black people, especially my Black men. But Dr. Umar, on some of his videos is a whole lot of unnecessary bullshit. Like I said again, and then he had the audacity to pose pictures. He had the audacity to pose pictures with two women, and I truly believe that those two women who posed a picture with him, they need to go check their self-esteem, because no way in hell should it be doable or allowed to where he think that he can have two women. Yeah, he might have to go to another damn country to where that bullshit is feasible, where you are having multiple wives and you can only satisfy one because God only gave you one instrument to use. So, I'm like, okay, so, you, like I said before, those women who have he had one woman sitting over here, one female sitting on the other side of him, and they looking like they just don't know what to do with themselves. But let me tell you something. I'm like Betty Wright. Y'all remember the song? I don't know if that was Betty Wright or somebody else that made the song. I will not, if I can't be number one, I sure in the hell is not going to be woman number two unless I want to be. And right now, I'm in no mood to be number two. If you can't get all of your needs met by one woman, then it's not only something saying for those females, but it also says something for him. But he got it like that. He can make a damn fool out of these women because there's so many easy targets out there. So on that perspective and on that note, I support. I believe he is a great. I have to tell you both sides to this coin. I believe that Dr. Umar is an excellent candidate for talking up for the Black people and the Black race. I think he does an excellent job with that and coming out to support. He is a boots on the ground. He is a boots on the ground type of a brother. But when it comes to that personal stuff, he's full of shit. Now, I had, yes, I did. I said it, and I told him I was going to say it. in reference to, I told you this is my 2 cents. Now, I came across a video, and I'm gonna tell you something. There is a comedian by the name of Corey Holcomb. He is one of the original players from Chi-Town. I consider him to be my Chi-Town brother. And Corey had pretty. I mean, I'm gonna tell you two things about Corey. Corey had bashed this so-called hope, this hope per it. We have to call it an it, and I'll tell you why we call it an it. Um, but Corey went in on her ass. And what I did was I copied the video. I copied the video and I put it into my description. So for anybody that's interested in actually seeing the video that I'm speaking about, where Corey went right in on his ass on Hope's ass in reference to being what they call a transgender. Now, I want everybody to understand what the difference is, what a transgender is versus somebody who's just simply gay. Now, a gay person is just someone who is of that sex that decides that they want to love upon the same sex. You can have two gay men, or you can have two gay women. If you call them the two gay women, they're called dykes. Dykes. That's what they used to call them back in my day. And the men who are gay, we call them booty chasers. Yeah, we're going to talk more about that situation on the Black Beauty. On also, I want that to be known. We're going to talk more in depth, and I want to know if there are any gay people or transgenders that is out there that wants to come on and talk about why they so fucked up in the head. Please do. Please, I will leave you my email address at atorclass101@gmail.com, or a touch of reality number 2 at gmail.com. And yeah, I said it blankly. I want to go back to the Chicago style because back in my day, there was one original, what they call transgender. His name was Sylvester. I don't know if anybody remembered that there was a disco song called the "Do You Want to Funk with Me." Now, I had decided, as I was looking through the archives of music, I said, do I really want to be bothered with that crap? To put his video up there. But if y'all want to see it, I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to play it. I had changed my mind. I originally was going to start the show off with playing his music, but I said no. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell y'all where y'all can go if you want to see the back in the day. I want to talk about what we used to do to transgenders and gay people. You see, gay people used to be in the in the closet, and that was something that people want to say, well, you are born gay. I believe that that's bullshit. I don't believe a person is born gay. I believe, and this is my only belief, and anybody who wants to challenge my beliefs, you are more welcome to do so. But these people who are out here wanting to be we call them booty chasers for two men, and you call them dykes for two women. I believe, it has been a controversy of topics, and I'm willing to use the Queen of Radio platform to talk about this even more in depth if they want to do so. I want it to be known. People want to say, Queen, are you prejudiced? Let me answer that question. I am prejudiced to a certain degree. I am prejudiced against white oppressors. I am prejudiced against stupid ass people. And I am prejudiced against men being with men and women being with women. And I don't give a damn what you want to call it. But that's just my personal, that's my personal preference. I feel like if that's the type of lifestyle that you want to live, then you live that shit over the fence and don't bring it over here. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Back in the day, I'm gonna tell you about both transgenders or genders and gay people. Back in Chicago, and see, this was never brought to the news surface, but I'm gonna tell y'all what was going on behind the scenes of people who want to call themselves being gay or a trans gender. They were risking back in Chicago. Now I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they did it with any other city, but being a transgender and a gay person was unacceptable in a lot of the communities that was in Chicago. I can say that because I am an original Chicago player. Old school. It's we this is how we did. To share with y'all, and I'm talking about back in the day. Back in the day, if you found out if Chicago's if any part of Chicago found out that you were gay, they would beat your ass. They would beat your ass until you decided to turn back straight. I'm just being real about it. And if they found out that you were what they call a transgender, then they would make you decide on what gender you want it to be. Now, either you want to be a male or you want to be a female. Either way it goes, you're going to make up your mind today. That's the way we did it back in the day. We whooped some ass. We took these types of people to the field. They were brought to the field to get their ass whipped because that was not something that you would openly discuss on anybody's platform. They've gotten a little bit too goddamn comfortable with all of this gay shit, and transgender thing. And I had said, I ran into, there we have a white transgender in my community, and I pass this thing, and I do say I pass this thing every day. I normally do my morning walks. And he was very open about, I said, what exactly are you? It's a damn shame. I gotta say this, and I gotta say this openly. It's a damn shame that we have gone as a people to have to, when you run into a person on the street nowadays, you have to ask that person, what exactly are you? Are you a male or are you a female? That's really sad because, like I said, back in the day, you would get your ass towed off. We would drag your ass somewhere where there could be no witnesses. You would get your ass completely towed off, especially by the gang members. The gang members wasn't having it. You either gonna be on one side of that spectrum, or you gonna not tell nobody that you are this, that, or the third. Now, so am I prejudiced to a certain degree? Yes, I am. I don't like stupid people. I don't like white oppressors. And I sure the hell don't care too much for people who can't make up their fucking mind as to whether they want to be a male or a female. And the way I see it, it's really some fucked up. It's really fucked up when if that person was born a man and he wants to be a woman. See, you should be, and if I'm gonna tell, and this goes for Hope and anybody else that wants to play that card, you need to get psychiatric help. You need to try to figure out why you can't be happy in the skin that you are in. Why can't you be happy that you were born a man, or in some cases born a woman? Because you got some men, you got some women out there that wants to have that thing called a dingalang. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm strictly dickly. You need to have been born a man, and your ass gonna die a man. We're not gonna have no in between shit. I don't do the gay shit. It ain't gonna. If I was to pass away, you can put on my damn site. She was strictly dickly. Don't get it fucked up. Now, yeah, it must be some transgenders or gay people in the building because I see they asses is flicking. You that's the problem with you goofy motherfuckers. You goofy motherfuckers can't sit your ass down. You can't sit your ass down and listen to when somebody is spewing some knowledge to help your stupid ass. When somebody is talking about your ass. Now, as I was saying, yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see they like, oh my God, how dare her say that about me? Oh, bitch, you ain't seen nothing yet. I have a problem. I deeply have a problem when a man wants to decide to be a woman. Oh, I have a major problem with that. and other men, other heterosexual men who are straight men, they should have a problem with that too. Now, in reference to this wretched ass individual called Hope, this thing don't know whether it wants to be a girl or be a boy. Now, keep in mind, Hope came into the world as being a man, and so she decided that she wants to dress up and be a woman. Um, I would like, and I sent an email to this thing that she needs to get it. Well, no, let's say it. And I really didn't appreciate the interview that I saw. um they and I have to side with I have to side with Umar Johnson until I can establish what type of doctor he is. Refer to him as Umar, because I don't understand what type of doctor is he a psychologist? Is he a doctor of love? Is he a doctor of Mr. Feel Good? What type of damn doctor are you? So anyway, but I will side on him with this. He stated he stated that he was brought onto a TV program or a podcast show by some woman by the name of Tammy Mack. Tammy Mack did what she called a panel. Okay. She had, and you guys are more than welcome to see the video that I clipped of Corey Holcomb. Y'all can copy and paste it and watch it at your own leisure. But on this video, because let me tell y'all this, I'm always promoting other YouTube channel holders. I am always promoting it, and I'm hoping that they are promoting me, because we are all in this pool together. Now, as I watched this program, what's her name, Tammy Mack, and I know she was doing it for clout. She had somebody by the name of Cynthia B on the program, and it seems to be that men can't really stand her ass, because they were complaining that I don't know, they were complaining to see if Cindy B is really a woman. I don't know what she is, but because I don't know that much about her, so I don't, I was just looking at the program, but I did see the comments saying that they had a problem with Cynthia B, whoever she is. They were saying that she never, you never can catch this heifer without makeup on. But on this particular show, she had Tammy Mack. Tammy Mack had the guest to be Umar Johnson. She had Umar Johnson with another gentleman that is a man, and then she had Cynthia B and this thing called Hope. And I keep saying an it. And the reason why I refer to Hope as an it, because it don't know what side of the spectrum it wants to be on. It sat up there and posed itself, came into the world as a man, but sat up there and said that he or it can speak for Black women. Let me set you straight on that, Hope. And I'm hoping that Hope is watching. Hope, you could never, ever talk for the Black women on a panel or no other discussion for Black women, because you are not a woman. You came into this world, God made you a man for a reason. Now, why you can't be happy as to being a man, please explain that to the rest of us. You purposely got up on that platform and you stated, oh, well, I can speak so openly for the Black woman. The hell you can. The hell you can. You can't speak for no Black women nowhere. Let that be understood. And if you, and I'm gonna tell you again, you are more than welcome to come on to the platform of the Queen of Radio to explain yourself, because I did cordially invite you. And I also told you within that email, the copy of that email that I sent you, that I was going to talk about you. Now, whether you like the contents of me talking about you, now that's a different horse of a different color. But for you to sit on your Black ass, being born as a man, you can never be classified as a woman. And I don't give a damn how many surgeries you have done to make yourself to have breasts I don't give a damn if they took tweezers and cut off your penis to suck it in and split it open to make you a for JJ. You are not a woman. And I don't care if you want to portray yourself as a woman. So, and I think we need to have more YouTube channels holders to be honest about their opinion about the subject matter. Because it's not only an insult, what you call yourself doing it, what you call yourself doing is an insult to the black race as women, as well as an insult to black men as men. Because you are caught in some type of whirlwind where you don't know what the fuck you want to be. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. I got very heated. I got heated. I get highly upset when I see a black man trying to put on these facades and say, "Oh well, I'm going to go through and pay for the operation to be a woman," and for you to sit up on anybody's panel, you sat up on that panel as if you are a woman and you can talk for a white for any type of a woman. You cannot do. So I don't know. You need psychiatric help, like all of the rest of the videos have mentioned about you. You need some type of. You need to be laying on somebody's couch trying to explain why you can't be happy in the skin that you're in and what you were born with, because that is some type of disorder going on somewhere up here. That's up here. That's a mental thing. So don't come sharing with the rest of the world. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I wish Sylvester was still living. I wished I had been old enough to put Sylvester in his place too, because he got his stinking ass up there and posed himself. Oh, I'm a woman, but you were born a man. Okay. So, and if you don't think there's something wrong with that terminology, with that, that flavor of Kool-Aid, then we need to figure out why. Okay. Now, these transgenders, from my understanding, are people who have both the male parts in their body and they have the Kit Kat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say that word. I don't want to say the P word because it's just so nasty. We're just gonna say the JJ or the cookie box, or I want to be clean about that. These are people who have both these things, and they're like, oh, this is, I was talking to a trans gender about a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to jump and just smack the crap out of him or it, but I couldn't, because that would have been wrong. Even though I was thinking about whooping his ass or its ass, I was like, oh, okay, but I had to be cool about it. He showed up at a public place where I was doing some public speaking, and he boldly walked up to me, or it boldly walked up to me, and said that, oh, well, I am he boldly confessed that he was a transgender. He was carrying both parts. And I was like, well, why do you feel that you need to do that? And he was like, oh, it's having the fun of both worlds. I get to screw both a woman as well as he gets to screw both a woman as well as a man. And I'm like, well, how in the hell does that work if the Woody Woodpecker is in the way? How is that going to work? So he really, he gave me some type of in debt, and I can't even explain it to y'all how sickening that was. But anyway, I'm only going to do an hour this evening, because unless somebody wants to come in and they want to challenge what I said, but I felt like I have to be on Umar Johnson's side for this, because, and Tammy Mack, whoever that heifer is, she know damn well she was wrong for allowing that Hope character to get up there and perpetrate on being a woman when she know damn well that's not a woman. You don't, and the reason why I say that, Hope, you're not a woman, because women have what they call, we have a different level of hormone. that we go through within the periods of our lives. You know, we have our development stage that we start off when we're teenagers. We have our body changes naturally, differently, not artificially, and then we have women who will go so far. I mean, we women go through enough physical changes alone than to have somebody to pretend that they want to be us. So I felt like that is a strong insult. What you did and what you perpetrated was a complete insult to other women or other black women. And personally, if I ever see you, I feel like, you know, somebody needs to have a discussion with you. Somebody needs to sit down with you and break down with you to let you know that you could never be a woman. No matter how many operations that you can possibly go, because of the natural woman, like Aretha Franklin has said, natural women, we go through natural things, and some things we can't even explain. We can't even explain it to men as to what we go through naturally. See, all of this is naturally. See, I don't care, you know, and for all of the men, let me drop a jewel. I need to drop a jewel for all of my fellow black men who think that they are looking at women. How you can tell that that's not a woman. Okay, there are a couple of signs that I'm going to share with you on how to know that that's not a woman. First of all, a man has this big old rock that's on the inside of his throat called an Adam's apple. Women do not have Adam apples. Real, let me say this, real women do not have Adam's apples. Only men are born with Adam's apples. Okay, first you need to look at that throat. Now, there is some things called instant breast. There are some things called instant behinds, and those are called strap-ons. Yes, they sell you a pack of breasts. You get 2 packs of breasts for $29.95 on eBay. You can find it on eBay or Amazon, or these what they call instant breast implants. They have stores where they are called strap-ons. You take and hear how they are done. A woman can take a natural bra. She can make herself any size to fit that bra. If she is a 36 or a 42, she would take that bra and she would split the bra halfway into and implant the instant breasts to make them jiggle, to make it look like it's real. Because for the people who can't, you know, them ghetto bitches, that can't afford to go and get the operation done, for them to have the real thing, the real McCoy, to push out their skin. Um, so they have them instantaneously, just like instant mashed potatoes. They are out there, yes, and they put it, and this is for all of my men. This is how these women are posing themselves as having real breast. It is what they call a plastic. It's also, you can get the two kinds. You can get the ones that you put directly inside of the bra, or you can get what they call the plastic stick on. Now the stick on is where you stick it onto your chest and your JJ, or your cream box, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to say the P word because that's just nasty. Um, you can it's more like what I call a press on. You can put that on and it'll look like you have real breast. It also make you look like they have strap-ons for the big. Y'all see the big booties. Y'all know where y'all would need a truck to pull that thing over, to back that thing up, and it just jiggle. She walking and it's her ass is moving when she ain't moving. Though there's a good chance that those are fake asses that you're watching. Men, be aware. Don't believe the hype. Those are called strap-ons, because a real ass with God's real tissue, it's not gonna jiggle like Jello. It's not gonna do that. No, it's not happening. Mm-mm. So you need to be, and I said that on a lot of London's page. There is a gentleman that I follow all the time. He's called London's Way. London is out there finding these so-called gold diggers. And these gold diggers is out there portraying. I don't know if the script is real or fake or whatever, but I will say it's very entertaining. Now, whether they are real, whether the thing is scripted or not, I really don't care. What I do care about is that he is making the world aware that these women are fake. And that's, you guys, if you guys want a good laugh about something, check out London Way with how he is busting these so-called gold diggers. These people come up, he parks an extravagant car on the curb, and then he try to talk to these girls on the street, and then he'll try to pull them, and they ass just jiggling like 12 sacks of jello, knowing damn well that's not even a real ass. If London should be standing up there with a safety pin and stick it in her ass and see it and watch it deflate. Um, that's just the way. Because if her ass is real, oh, she gonna bleed, and she gonna feel that pinch like ouch. But what are them things that they want to pretend to be a woman? It's not real, boo. Don't believe the hype. But anyway, those are some of the things that men need to be aware of. It's a damn shame that we are living in a time where we got to ask these people, what are you? Are you a man or are you a woman? And see, not only do you have to, no, that's not even a question that you need to ask. You need to ask these people, how were you born? What exactly were you born as? Were you born a woman or were you born a man? And I feel like you need to be open about your sexuality. That sexuality thing, you need to be straightforward. And what's her name? Tammy Mack. Tammy Mack put up there, she had this Hope Giselle person character. She had Hope Giselle posing herself as a real woman, going against Umar and this other man that was on the panel. And Umar made a very, very interesting comment. He said, bro, he said, I don't mean no disrespect, bro, but you were perpetrating as a woman, and nobody, and they legally had a right to tell, Tammy Mack should have had rights to tell Umar and the other gentleman that was on that panel that Hope is not a woman. I mean, and she lucky, because if it had been me, Umar is good. Umar, you're good, because I would have sued the shit out of Tammy Mack for sitting up on her ass posing Hope Giselle as a woman, knowing damn well that that's not a woman, that's a man trying to be something else. But you're good, because if it had been me, we'd have been in court, boo. We'd have been in court, real talk, because you are falsifying the information to the general public as to your sexuality. That wouldn't that There's no way that I could have played it, no, I'd have been like, wait a minute, and it I have to say it, because anytime a person don't know whether they want to be a woman or they don't know whether they want to be a man, and they're stuck between that in between thing, it's an it. You don't know what you want to be. And that's my input. I don't see anybody coming. I don't think nobody wants to come into the chat room to talk it up about transgenders or gay people, and that's okay. But I'm pretty sure that I'll be getting more emails, later, once this thing gets around. So, with that being said, I commend Umar for stepping up and saying that Hope is not a real woman. He pretty much said, look, bro, I ain't got nothing against you, but on all reality, Tammy, whoever the person was supposed to be on that show, should have explained to Umar and that other young man that this is not a real woman. So, and my question is, why didn't Tammy Mack get a real woman to where the slate would have been even? You get a real woman that can tell you out the body changes of a woman. You get a real woman who can tell you what they really have gone through with the black man. You don't sit up there and get somebody who is in transit, because that's what it is. You in transit as to what you want to be or what you feel like people need to accept you as. Now, as far as I'm concerned, you'll never be accepted as a woman. you're gonna always be a dude that wants to walk around being trying to be something else that you can't afford to be, or maybe you can afford to be it, but you need to stop trying to fool people. You need to stop trying to fool the public into believing that you are a woman when you are not a woman. And that goes the same flavor for all of these so-called dykes. Stop wanting to be the man in the relationship because you're not carrying with the right equipment. Stop trying to be. See, I don't know what this world is coming to, but it's really. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. We are living in a fucked up situation when we're meeting people, especially if you're talking about meeting them in a relationship. When you got to ask them, what were you born as, and what are you now? See, back in the day, we used to have to worry about other things. Back in my when I was coming up, we used to have to worry about whether he was a cheater, how many women he had, how many chicks on the side was he messing around with. We had to worry about a man messing up your credit. Can he afford to pay some bills? These were the type of things that we used to have to deal with. Now we're dealing with, well, we don't know whether you're a man or a woman because you're walking around trying to be something else that God didn't make you intend for you to be. So how are you going to explain that? Yes, you're going to face that on your judgment day because it's coming. You're going to have to explain to God, well, okay, Hope, you're going to have to meet judgment. And God is probably going to say, why is it that you decided that you wanted to be a woman when I made you to be a man? Uh-oh, come on, somebody. Can I get close? Mm-hmm. Now, if anybody disagree with what I'm saying, then please come, like the price is right this evening. Come on down. Come on down if you feel that I am incorrect for what I am sharing with you this evening. But if God had made you to be a woman and you want to be a man, then there's something psychologically wrong with you. And you need to be asking somebody for some type of psychological help as to why you can't be happy in the skin that you're in. Okay? All right. Let's see where we are at on my notes. Okay. I think I have covered everything. Oh, we are still promoting the jails and all of the wonderful stuff with the cruise and the trips next year. If anybody's interested in attending and being put on the list, please email me at the Queen Bees channel or the Queen Radio at atorclass101 at gmail.com. Okay. Anything else? Oh, not only we're going to be also partying in Vegas next year for September for all of my Virgo people. Also, we're still doing a $10 million fundraiser to open up 33 offices of the Queen Bees across the United States. The reason why we are in need of this because there are several what I call white oppressors who wants to keep the black race to be oppressed. And we are in the process of making some things happen. We are in the process of making sure that all of these people who have been killed by the hands of police or any other type of governmental office, we are making sure that they be put on death row. We're going to start. We have already, and I said again, you are more than welcome to go over to the channel of the Queen Bee in order to pick up on the things that these are the type of topics that we will be discussing. So but the Queen of Radio is going to get back to doing interviews with celebrity. We're going to try to bring in some old heads, what I call old school music, old heads, for them to talk about the music that they have written. We're gonna talk to some of the people who used to be on some of the old TV shows. That's what this channel is going to basically be about. So, if there is anybody from the old school, whether it be with the TV show Good Times, the Jeffersons, we're going to chop it up about all of the things that we used to have back in the old. We're going to do acknowledge, acknowledge some of these things from the old school and the old school era. With that being said, since we don't have anybody in the chat room, I am going to play some of my band's music as we are getting out of here, because it seems like this is a very serious controversial topic when you're talking about transgenders and trans anything, or gay people for that matter. I want to make this clear. I don't have a problem with anybody doing what they want to do. My only thing is, don't bring it on my side of the fence. And you don't bring it on my side of the fence, then we ain't gonna have no problems. As long as you keep that over there, you don't never have to worry about me inviting you to anything that I'm involved with, because that's not my cup of tea. And because it's the first time somebody look at me that is a transgender or gay, if you ever look at me in public as me being a piece of meat, I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm gonna feel threatened, and I might have to beat your ass in public. So, and it's not that I'm homophobic, because I am very self assured in my womanhood. I just don't. I make a point that I'm not going to personally be around people of that caliber. I'm not going to put myself in any predicament to where I'm put in a predicament where I'm placed where you don't know what the hell you want to be. So, and I'm sure I'm not the only person who feels that way. I'm pretty sure that there are a lot more people that feel the same way, that they don't want to be bothered with these types of people. So if you want to say if I'm prejudiced, then yes, I am very prejudiced when you try to come over on my side, and then you don't make your public announcement that you are a transgender or you are gay, because I don't float with either one of them. I don't go with booty tappers. I don't go with booty licious. I don't go with booty lickers. If that's what you like to do, then that's on you. You float with your boat, and you don't have to worry about me crossing that line. But I don't want anybody to come and call themselves trying to be my friend, or come to me and then I find out later that you've been sitting up there looking at me on a whole nother, you dig, as that what we call it in Chicago, because you will get a beat down. That's where I come from. I can go real gangster on you, or I can be real corporate. It's your option. I could be dignified. I could be street. I could be hood. But at the end of the day, I'm still not going to accept anything gay or transgender on this side of the spectrum. But like I said, I will open up my platform for any of you that know anybody that wants to come on and explain themselves as to what's going in their on their mental state for being a transgender, or if they want to talk about being gay. Now, when I had my a touch of reality, actually was the name of it, back in the 80s and 90s. We had did all types of topics. We had all type of guests, type of people that was more than willing to come and share their side of the story. We have done, I mean, back in the day, we did some really, really strange types of stories. We have even had people to come on and explain how they have had love affairs with people who worked in the political arena. We have had we've had all kind of stuff. So if anybody wants to come in and chop it up and talk about this type of flavor. I call it, if you want to talk about that kind of flavor of Kool-Aid, you are more than welcome. And we will still welcome you in open arms, but just know how I personally feel. I don't roll with you. I don't hang with you. And we ain't gonna have to explain that shit later. I am strictly dickly. You can look my picture up, in the dictionary, it will say straight. I think if God had intended anything better than the black man and the dick, he must have kept it for himself. because as far as I'm concerned, he should have put a gold ring around that mother and called it corn pops. That's what I'm saying. Because there is nothing finer, in my opinion. There is nothing finer than the sight of a beautiful black wet. Oh yeah, I did say that, didn't I? A beautiful black wet man, but that's only because he comes out of a shower, and that'll be talked about on another program. Okay. With that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. I got some leaving the building type music. I'm trying to find it if I can, because I see that we don't have anybody that is bold enough to talk about this topic this evening. But the video will go into rotation. This has been Linda Evans, the Queen of Radio, and I'm giving you my 2 cents about Umar Johnson. Like I said again, he's a fantastic person. He spew out a lot of knowledgeable things for the women, but his ego is kind of out of whack. And I gave you my 2 cents about Hope Giselle, and I really feel like this is a topic that other platform YouTube channel holders need to be bringing out to the surface on how they feel. If they are interested, if they are bold enough to talk about anything. I've seen some channels where anything goes. It's out there. So whatever you want to talk about, I think that these people need to be made aware that you are not what God had put you to be here to be. So, with that being said, I'm just going to say I'll see y'all all later. I will be here on Thursday evening to chop it up again with another topic for you. And yes, that is a real king. For the person who asked me that question, I got a picture of a very, very hot, delicious king on the Queen Bee channel. Well, I mean, he got the muscles and all of that, that for good stuff. So yeah, we're gonna continue to chop that up. But for now, I will be seeing you guys over the top, and we're gonna leave it with that.
Premiumbeat.com. 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 Premiumbeat.